want to say it's misleading. You know, they won those games. They earned those points. They're in the bank. You can't take them away. But, you know, right now they're not a team that's playing 7 or 8 games over 500. They're just simply a 500 team for the last month or so. So, they have to get back to where they were to some extent. And the power play is just dried up. I mean, that was their lifeblood. It was pushing 40% when they were 9-1. It's no secret that that's their lifeblood. And if that's not going, you don't have to connect too many dots to find out why they're short a bunch of defensemen too. You can't just shrug that off. So there's a few things chipping away at them from different angles, but you know, they do have that 9-1 start in the bank to, you know, but they have to get it figured out because they got some wicked teams coming through here and a really brutal stretch for the next 2 months. Yeah, even they lost that game, and he said, you know, you could see this coming, and even in some of the post-game scrums, it was obvious that they probably didn't deserve to win. They got outplayed 5-on-5, but either their goalie was sensational or they lit it up on the power play and just, you know, took a game that they didn't deserve to win, and you get those points and they count. But you know, you have to look at how your team plays. That's the whole purpose of the regular season, is to get yourself in shape for what you're going to face in the playoffs. And the kind of hockey that they were winning with is not the kind of hockey you're going to win with playoffs. And that was always the concern, right? You're not going to, you know, sit there and get really outplayed 5-on-5, but score 2 or 3 power play goals and beat a team consistently over a 7-game series. It's just not going to happen. So, you know, you have to be that hard to play against, tight defensively, strong goaltending, good 5-on-5 team to win in the playoffs. And they really haven't been that for any part of this season, but there's still a whole bunch of time yet, and they're still working on those things. And, you know, Tippett can see them. Like, they're not fooling themselves even after they win. They say, you know, there's stuff that we have to get better at, obviously, but, you know, it's helpful to have these elite players and this elite power play that can still get you the wins anyways.
The Oilers are not a team. They're McDavid and Draisaitl with a little bit of, you know, supporting cast, okay? And, you know, the fourth line never gets off the bench, okay? And, you know, they play their 7 minutes or whatever they play. And the third liners get, you know, 12 minutes or something like that. And then McDavid and Draisaitl play almost 27 minutes. They're forwards. I mean, I know there's power plays and stuff, but that's ridiculous. It just flies against how you have to win. And to my way of thinking, I realize they fall behind and they have to go to their guns and stuff. But the teams that win, everybody on the team feels part of the team. I just don't see it on the Oilers. The fourth line guys, it's either the coach doesn't trust them enough to play them, or when they do play, they don't do anything because they've been sitting for so long that all they want to do is get on, play their 40 seconds, get off without giving up a goal. So, to my way of thinking, it's, you know, there's a reason why the Minnesota Wild are 19-6, because they roll 4 lines. The Calgary Flames are very successful. They play 4 lines. The Edmonton Oilers play 2.5 or whatever. You know, they don't. It's not a recipe for success once you get to the playoffs. You just rely on too few players.